God damn it. God damn it, I suck.
What is up, guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. This is the first ride at SUPERCOOPs in 2025, and it was a blast. And sadly, I struggled a lot. I think being off the bike for 4 or 5 months doesn't really do me any favors, but I was never really that good in the first place. So I was going through some of the GoPro footage, and I'm like, ooh, like this is not entertaining to watch. I'm somewhat self-aware to the point of where, like, who wants to watch some sea rider struggle bus around a sand track? And I take I watch a lot of moto content on YouTube myself because I like it a lot, and I figured out that most of the time when the people that I watch the most are always talking to the camera or talking about the riding, and it's a pretty interactive experience, whereas like I usually just don't talk at all. So it's kind of a boring video to watch, to be totally honest with you. So that's what inspired me to do this. I'm not going to talk to the camera the whole time. It's not going to just be my face. I'm going to overlay GoPro footage so you guys can watch and maybe see some things that I'm going to talk about, because while I am a goon and I suck at riding dirt bikes, I do believe that my bike setup could be better, which would improve comfort. During this day, I blew a lot of ruts out, which isn't necessarily bike setup. That's a lot of technique, obviously. But I just greased my steering stem bearings, and I put the fork height to the 3rd line on the KTM forks. And I, throughout the years of owning the bike, have really liked maybe 1 line down, drop the forks into triple clamps, gives it a little bit more stability and front end feeling for me. And I don't know why I put them at that point when I greased the fork or greased the steering stem bearings. So halfway through the day, I changed my fork height, and that felt better for sure. I felt more stable. I was kind of like oversteering in corners, or so I felt, and dropping the forks did help a little bit. It felt better to me than where they were. And then I was like, this is, I guess, the part that I want help on. If any of the viewers could, point me in the right direction. My theory is that my forks are too low in the stroke. When I'm trying to like pay attention to my shadow and my GoPro footage. I do make videos and I post them online and all that, but even if I were to never post, I would still record my footage, because I think it's a good indicator. I almost review my day and see like, I could have did this better, I could have did that better. I'm doing this in corners, I can see my legs aren't gripping the bike, stuff like that. But I almost feel like my forks are too low in the stroke, because when I'm going through some of these corners, my front tire is like knifing. And I say this because I did go 2 clicks stiffer on my compression really late in the day, and I felt like it was better. I'm a goon, dude. I want your guys' opinion. I don't know if this is like psychological or if it's actually feeling better. I definitely want to test with my suspension more, because there's a lot being left on the table. And yeah, I would just be curious on what you guys think. I mean, if you guys are watching the video and you're looking at my front end, seeing what it's doing, maybe pay attention to the shadows and see like where the fork height is. I believe that's part of my problem. Another part of my problem, though, is I got Dunlop MX33s and a worn out Dunlop MX33 on the front and a very worn out MX14 on the back. I need to get new tires, but the tires aren't good. But I'm not blaming it all on that, obviously. I don't want to be making excuses. Like I've said multiple times now, I am a goon, boys. I suck. Okay, this is not me being like, I'd be so much faster if my bike was better, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, my bike could feel perfect for me, and I would probably still ride like shit. Okay, so we'll just make that clear. I just think that there is some performance on the table that I could ride better if I felt better. The other problem, truthfully, is me being 6'3" and like mostly legs. I really struggle with body position. I feel like I'm not in the right body position. half of the time. Like I try to tell myself the grip of the legs, stay on the balls of the feet. The arching my back and sticking my ass out doesn't feel natural to me, so I struggle with that. I think but it's hard for me to know because I'm me. I can't watch me. If someone were to watch me and be like, "Oh, you're doing this," then it would probably be a little bit easier. I almost need someone to like film me third person so I can see how I'm riding. But I can tell just by looking at the shadows in certain shots that my body position is probably not great, and that also doesn't help with me blowing out corners and getting all squirrely and all that stuff. So I did ride my dad's RM250, as you can see here, and the 250 is beautiful, man. I love the 250. When I first started, I was like, that's too much power, I'm gonna hurt myself, and I'm still on that train for the most part. I mean, it is like if you grab a little bit of too much, like, or just get a little bit of whiskey, goodbye, you know. But it is nice in SUPERCOOP sand when you're in the corner in second gear and you can just, and it has enough bottom end torque to pull it out, where the 150 for a small bore two-stroke is so good on the bottom end, but it's still a 150. You can't be like third gear just, and I do that sometimes, and it's annoying. The 250, you can get away with that. However, my bars on my bike are so high, and his bars on his bike are low. His foot pegs feel like toothpicks, and his brake pedal's high. So like in terms of setup, I'm not comfortable on it, but it is such a fun bike to ride. So I guess, you know, you guys have been watching the footage, and like I said, I would really like your guys' opinion on things I could do technique-wise, setup-wise, things that have helped you. I will say that, like, it was the first day, so there was a part of me that was like, want to play it cool, don't want to hurt myself, you know, hurt yourself in the first, you know, part of the season, and then you're out for the whole season. I'm not jinxing that, dude. I want to ride for as long as I can. So taking it a little bit easy, but jumping is probably my biggest struggle, hurdle, fear. Mostly because if you jump bad and mess up, you get hurt decent amount of the time. So that's like a big mental hurdle for me. And I'll throw some clips in, obviously, like there's this, it's a triple, but it's a double, but the two rollers as you're landing are so rolled off, they're almost not there. And I wasn't jumping it. And towards the end of the day, I finally said, screw it. And then I was at least doubling it. That was like a pretty big win for me. I'll take that as a positive, but I know there's probably a lot of people that are like, dude, stop being a pussy. Like, I should be able to jump the finish line jump and that step up in the next section. I know I can just grip it and rip it, but there's something in my head that's like, don't hurt yourself. I don't want to freaking break my arm or something. So I got to like get over that. If you guys have any tips for jumping, I would love to hear it. I'm basically saying you guys roast me slash, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe like backseat armchair racing or whatever they want to call it. Just blow me apart, dude. I don't like that. I shouldn't say it like that. Blow me apart, bro. Just blow me apart. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I guess just critique me. Give me pointers. Give me some suspension tips. I would love to hear it. Is my theory right? Is it completely wrong and I have no idea what I'm talking about? I would love to hear it. So, and I guess in the future, let me know if you guys like this kind of format better than just raw GoPro laps. I feel like it's more interactive and it's more entertaining to watch per se, not just because my ugly mug is in frame, but it gives a little bit of context behind the shitty riding and maybe like things that you wouldn't see or notice just on raw GoPro footage. Like I said, I love moto content, but I struggle with even watching some raw GoPro laps. When you can go and watch Jeff Walker absolutely destroy this same track on any bike that he's on, are you going to want to watch my video of me going and tipping over in corners? And maybe not. So I figured I'd talk to you guys, maybe make it a little bit of a better viewing experience. So if you like this stuff, if you like this stuff, let me know down in the comments, and then I'll continue doing this format, almost like a ride review, and then I just show you guys the clips that I got. And if you hate this shit, also tell me so I don't have to waste my time doing this, because this is a little bit more work than just uploading raw GoPro footage. So yeah, if you guys made it this far, appreciate it. Thank you. So close to getting monetized. If you could help me out, that'd be dope. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. So thank you guys for watching, and we are out.